Hey folks, this is going to be a different video for the channel, but I really wanted to make it for the channel and for you guys, and I've been putting it off because of probably being vulnerable, and I may cry because of how you guys have changed my life. This channel has changed my life. But it's important for me to make the video because of just what you guys have done for me in my life. And really, I don't even know where to start, but it's literally today I came out back here. This is my property. I don't come back here a lot. It is a place that me and my wife talk about building a house one day. I'll show it to you. But I don't want to move my phone because my phone is on just a little situation here of a tripod that I made because I just want it to be connected. I didn't want to bring equipment back here other than my phone and just try to shoot this video for you guys. But I'll show you what my phone is sitting on. And for the people that this is your very first time here on the channel, I'm going to be referencing things that I've either already posted on the channel and things I've gone through in my life. And so for more in-depth details on those videos, you can watch those on the channel. We'll try to include you in best we can, but I really feel like I have to make this video just to show you guys my appreciation for what you've done in my life, because what you have done and when I say that, I have to also appreciate and give thanks to these platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, because without these platforms, this also wouldn't be possible. So I am just really thankful for all the platforms, the people that have reached out to me. And so yeah, we'll just get into it. For the ones that don't know, I'm Mike. I started this company called Drone Deer Recovery, where I used thermal drones to help hunters find lost game. It started off with me just wanting to just have a little side gig where I can make some money helping people find their lost deer. But in doing so, I started a YouTube channel, and I wanted to, put it out there for the world to see how cool this technology is. And in doing so, it started growing rapidly. My business partner, Kevin, my business partner now, he originally didn't want to be partners because he just came out of a bad business that failed. He says failed, I say learned. Because it depends how you want to look at it, because even if something doesn't work out, you probably still learn something through it. So, it started with this idea. The dream was a vision from the Lord, is to get me back into something I really like doing. Before this, I would have, told in my own words that I felt like I was an alcoholic and was drinking too much. I had another business doing residential tree removal business, and that business went through a bad audit where the auditor that audited me basically said, "Good luck, Mike, hope you're able to keep your doors open." We were able to keep our doors open. The Lord blessed us with a lot of work during that time with that company, and we were able to pay those high bills. I wasn't happy with where I was at, and that's where this dream then came. I kind of felt like I hit my rock bottom. My rock bottom, right? It's different for everybody. Yeah, started praying to the Lord. I was like, give me something new that gets me going. And this was it. It was using thermal drones to help hunters find their deer they couldn't find. And in doing so, I created a YouTube channel, and I love creating content, and it's just since been growing crazy. And so in the beginning, I was a little emotional because when I thinking about, like, you guys literally have changed my life. You might not know it, but like, I was able to quit doing trees. My back, I was a tree climber. I was climbing trees all the time, and my back, I injured it. Doctors did some MRI work, and they said I have a bulge disc in between L4, L5. And so I was always in pain. And now being able to do drones full time, I don't think about my back so much as I used to, as much as I used to. I just can't say thanks enough for, you know, what you guys have done. But we're gonna get into more of this. It's not just now drone deer recovery, but it was the original channel that got this thing going. Okay, so we did drone deer recovery. This is now season 3. We're just starting into season 3. I'm not sure how the video is going to come out, if it's going to come out right after, but yesterday was opening day, and I was able to go on 2 recoveries. And the first recovery, I was able to take my daughter with me, and it was special. Although I did talk about, like, she's a go-getter, has a lot of energy, and is always moving around. So I don't know how often I can take her with me if I don't have somebody else with me to watch her, but she wanted to go with me. And so just doing that made me, it was just so cool, because I wouldn't have done that when I first started. I got to do 2 calls yesterday already, and got multiple calls last night through the drone deer recovery phone number. In both of those videos, I was able to take 2 other pilots with me. If you guys go back and watch some of the old videos, you'll see that it was just me, usually in my truck or car, and going out and doing recoveries. Well, you know, through this development of drone deer recovery, when I finally got Kevin to come on board and be my business partner, because Kevin has skills that are just absolutely incredible on like website design, and he's a good storyteller, like behind the camera. Although he's not behind the camera a lot now, we want to get back to there. I approached Kevin, you know, to be a business partner with me. Some of the first few videos that you guys can go back and watch on the channel, it was Kevin was shooting those videos. But I knew that Kevin had other skills as well that would help the company grow. So going forward, like, the company started growing on just views on YouTube, and people started reaching out to me to want info on the equipment that they could use to do the same thing. And really, you know, it started out for me wanting to help hunters. Now it's grown into even more than that. I really do enjoy helping hunters, but what I like even more is helping people get into a new business. When I say that, it's not just maybe for you to get into drone deer recovery. I want to inspire you to create a business. You know, it might be something else other than doing like thermal drone recovery or agricultural drone spraying. We'll get into that, but I want to just inspire you to think outside the box. Like, you know, it might be you going out and wanting to start a pressure washing business, or it may be starting a landscaping business or a mowing service, or whatever it might be. I want to inspire people to do that. As I started helping hunters, then I started helping pilots that were reaching out to me through the YouTube channel. That's when the company really started growing, and Kevin obviously helped with building a lot of this. Finally, we had to have a meeting, and we had to figure out, who are we? Who is drone deer recovery? And in this meeting, we figured out that our mission is to help, lead, and educate. And so what that is we want to help you do the same thing. We're leading the industry with getting, it might be legislation, it may be talking with fish and wildlife divisions to be allowed to be used in the recovery portion of a successful already taken hunt, because it is a gray area in certain states that tell you can't use this technology to recover a lost game, because recovering it is part of the hunt, is what they're telling us. So we want to lead in this where it's like we can educate those organizations or those fish and game that it can be really good for conservation as well to obviously use all means necessary to go recover your deer that you have wounded. And I bring this up because it is a great example of when a sportsman shoots an animal and he can't track it due to blood or whatever, he wants to do everything he can to find it. And I bring this up because last night we did our first doe recovery on the channel. I believe my first doe recovery on the channel because the sportsman felt like he had to do everything that he had available to find this doe because he just didn't feel right, and he paid good money to do it. So I feel like these states that say you can't use it, I think that's hindering the sportsmen, in certain ways, leading those types of industries or leading those types of organizations to educate them and all. And really what we're trying to do is just make it better for the sportsman. If he chooses to use a drone, he can do so. If he chooses not to use a drone because he feels like it's using technology and hunting, well, that's fine, but give him the option. If the option is available, he should be allowed to use it. So that's what we're doing there. Really, it just goes right into educate. So we want to help you get into the same thing. We want to help you, maybe inspire you to do a different business, leading the industry in what type of equipment to use. And now our policy here at Drone Deer Recovery is you need a certain standard of equipment to be listed on the website. And we want to lead in the industry and help people make good decisions with what they're doing with their business. Yeah, just helping to move it forward. And I say this, and then I'm sure there's going to be people that bring up, what Drone Deer Recovery did in the beginning with the whole licensing program. That wasn't really helping people, and we pivoted away from that. If you guys go back and watch some of the old videos, one of the strategies that we had as a business at that time was to have licensed operators, people that would look like Drone Deer Recovery, and we would only allow 5 per state. What a mistake that was, because I don't know. I don't know what we were thinking at that time, but what a mistake, because there was no way that 5 people in one state were going to cover all the recoveries that needed to be done in those states. Perfect example is Indiana. It was unbelievable how many people reached out to us from Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Michigan, Illinois. You could just literally keep naming them, how many people needed to be there to do recoveries to help these sportsmen. And so we had this business idea of what direction we were going, and it wasn't a good one. And I apologized to our first original licensees. We ended up giving back all the money. I think it was like $130,000 or $150,000, but it was the right thing to do. Me and Kevin were looking at it, and I was like, well, this business could go belly up if we do this, but it was completely the right thing to do because we pivoted away from that. We weren't doing that licensing program. We wanted to open it up because of how many calls were coming in. We needed a map system, a system where hunters like yourselves could come to the Drone Deer Recovery website, go to a map, put their zip code in, and then find a pilot in their area that provides the service that we do here in our area. And doing so, we built this map. And here's another mistake that we made. Like I'm sharing these mistakes because I want you guys to know that if you guys go into a business, be it this business or any other business, it's not just like it might look like it on the videos that everything is going great, and it is it is going great, but I'm saying, like, there's still challenges. There's challenges that come up no matter what type of business you have, that come up, and you're just gonna have to figure out how to deal with them. Why I'm saying this is because we had this licensing program that we were going to do. We pivoted away from that. Then we come up with this map system, and I'm like, guys, we just got to get people on the map. There's so many phone calls coming in, people coming to the website. There were between 70 and 80,000 people visiting the website in the busy season looking for thermal pilots. And we just didn't have them. So we needed more people on the map. We needed more people on the map in order to serve these hunters. And so I told our leadership team, I was like, guys, let's just open up the map. Anybody can be on the map that has a thermal drone, and that way when somebody comes to the website, they can find a thermal drone pilot. I think it was maybe okay at the time to do that, but I bring that up because we now have completely gone away from that. And the reason I went away from that is because people that were watching Drone Deer Recovery YouTube channel were seeing my drone, were seeing the quality of photo I was giving to my clients. They were seeing how well it worked, how it flew in the rain, how there was no boundaries that were stopping my drone from giving them good quality service. And so when they went to the website and they found a pilot near them, and the hunter wasn't educated that, this drone is different than mine, because he might not know, or she might not know, but then that pilot shows up and he has completely different equipment. He might have an Autel Evo, or a Mavic 3T, or a Skydio, or something like that is not near to my policy standards for a drone deer recovery, and it just wasn't a good experience for that hunter. Now, some of those clients that came through drone deer recovery and then had those pilots show up, they may have been able to find their deer, but it was not what they experienced through the videos. And so now we pivoted away from that. We no longer allow anybody on the map unless they have a Matrice 30T or a Matrice M300 series. So it's a DJI drone, and I'm not saying I won't do it in the future, but as of right now, you have to have a Matrice 30T or an M300 series drone to be able to be on the map, because when people go to the map and they see me use, or when people watch the YouTube videos, they see me using my Matrice, that's what they're going to get when they go to the Drone Deer Recovery website and hire a pilot. And so I'm bringing these up because every time you pivot or you make a new change in how your company is going to be done, you get pushback, and you get people that are upset at you. They don't understand, or they just straight up are mad at you. And then you get negative reviews, and you get negative comments, and you just have to push through that stuff. And so that's what we're doing here. We're completely changing how we have the map. And I'm also going to bring this up because if you've had experience with Drone Deer Recovery where you bought your drone from us, because we if you don't know, we also sell drones. We sell the Drone Deer Recovery kit, everything you need, so there's no guessing on what you need. I say this because we started selling drones, and we started selling a ton of drones, like truckloads of drones, and we just had a small team. And imagine like all the shipping to need to get these out fast enough, and now we have them out, and now we need customer service for people calling in, hey, yeah, I might have a bad battery, or the gimbal didn't work, or just troubleshooting, that type of stuff. And it grew so fast, and the team wasn't growing fast enough. And so then you get people upset because you've sold them drones, and they're trying to call you, and your team is overloaded with calls. And I say this because it sucks for me to even say it, but it's like we had bad service at times because of how fast the growth was, but you couldn't slow the growth down. Like, there was times when I told Kevin, like, do we shut the store down? Like, do we shut the store down until we just get it organized to where we can, do these calls? But there wasn't a ton of bad. It was just, you've seen the bad ones come through. And so we never did shut the store down. We added to our team. We got better, and we're always getting better. And we will continue to do better. Okay, so drone deer recovery grew. We had growing pains. Actually, I'm also going to mention this because it is important. I mentioned somewhere in my very first few videos, Kevin was filming. I think it was on a big 200 buck. I just made a comment, never thinking that the video would get this many views, but I made a comment something like, if you're an investor and you want to invest, get a hold of us. It was something like that. And so that's what I said. And I had no clue like that video would do over 100,000 views. And I had people call me from all over the place, DM me. They wanted to invest into the company. And I really, really appreciate that. If you're watching this and you were one of the folks that reached out that wanted to invest, thank you so much. It means a lot that you believed in the company in such the early stages. But I say this because of the growth. The company has literally been able to fund itself from day one. Now I'm going to transition into NuWay Ag. It's a whole separate business. We have like the mother of corporation is called HLE Drones. Most of you guys won't see that unless you order something from us. HLE Drones, help lead educate drones. And then underneath there, you got drone deer recovery, you got NuWay Ag, and you got multiple ones underneath there. But I bring this up because drone deer recovery did so well, and I wanted to have a full-time thing where I didn't have to go back and do trees and thermal drones. And you guys, some of you have commented oftentimes on my videos like, thermal drones, there's no way to have that as a full-time business. And when I first started, I would have said, well, it depends how much money you need to make, because in the beginning I truly did make $50,000 in 10 weeks. For certain people, $50,000 is pretty good money to think that you could make that in a month and a half. And so, or 2 months, I should say. So anyhow, I bring that up to say, yes, you are probably correct. Having a thermal drone business just as your sole source of income, probably not in just the deer recovery side of it. Maybe thermal inspections, maybe other thermal work, possibly. But just deer recovery, probably not. But what it does do is it helps you possibly transition into another drone business. And that's where I'm going with this is thermal drones for me was a little side gig turned into a bigger business, which is selling drones, helping you get into the same thing. And now I wanted to provide a service in the summertime. I didn't just want to rely on the drone deer recovery stuff, although it's awesome and it's fun, is I started looking into the agricultural drone spray industry, like using large drones to spray crop fields. And I started getting different equipment, testing it, seeing which works better, and ended up going with the DJI drones to do spraying. And so now NuWay Ag, if you want to check it out, NuWayAg.com, and also NuWay Ag YouTube channel. I started that. That is where we use big spray drones to spray crop fields, and now we also manufacture trailers. We help people get into that. And the reason I bring that up is because, yes, a thermal drone deer recovery business might not be your sole, like it might not be able to support your lifestyle completely, but it could be a supplement for other drone businesses that you want to get into. And it's a little pitch for the NuWay side or the drone spray side. I'm telling you guys, it for real is and will be a viable drone business that people can have, is using drones to spray. And so that's what we're doing on that channel. I wanted to bring it in on this channel a little bit to let you guys know that you guys, you literally, drone deer recovery has changed my life by making so I don't have to go cut trees down. I don't have back pain like I used to. I just got done running a half a marathon not long ago. I was able to take my daughter on one of her first recoveries this year. And so just to do these things, it truly is just unbelievable that I'm able to do these things now because of you guys watching. I may have forgot to say, but like podcast platforms, you guys have also reached out to me, and that has helped this whole growth as well. So the things that I was able to get done in 2 years. We're now going into season 3, has been incredible. NuWay Ag is growing. I encourage you, I really do encourage you, if you ever thought about having a business, it takes some risk to step out there. Take risk, go out there, try it. Yes, there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be things that don't work here and there, but just keep going. It might be easy to say, but I'm telling you guys, it's not been all just, blue skies and roses with building, drone deer recovery. But I want to encourage you guys, if you ever thought about starting your own business, now is the time. Like, waiting another 10 to 15 years, probably not a good idea. But yeah, I really, really want to encourage you guys with that, no risk, no reward. Take some risk. And I believe that you will be rewarded. Pray to the Lord that, things that he would give you direction. And I believe that you will be more fulfilled going forward and trying something new. Again, just a little side business. Maybe it's a thermal drone side business, or it is a lawn mowing side business, or it is a drone spraying side business. Even if it's just that, I think you will feel more fulfilled by doing that. I bring that up because guys that are coming here to the drone deer recovery training, like we do training to help you learn how to operate your thermal drone better. Like, they're coming here, they have other jobs, and it's just so cool to see, and it's inspiring, and it's motivating to see that they have good jobs. They have really good positions, but they're like, I want to get into something and try my own business. And so it is really cool to see that. So I'd encourage you to do the same. Take a little bit of risk, and the reward will pay itself back. Here's the deal. Even if you fail, Kevin, mentioned that he failed at his first business that he went into. I just don't think so, because you still learn something out of it. He still learned something out of it. He brought the video skills that business was supposed to be, and he brought that into here, which now helped this. And so that's where I'm at with drone deer recovery. It's like, sometimes me and Kevin and Jason, the partners, are like, well, what are we gonna do if it all comes down? And I'm like, it's okay. Like, of course we don't want it to come down, and I don't think that the Lord wants it to come down, but it's like the experiences that we've gained doing this, growing this, it has been totally worth it, and I'm at peace if it would, but I sure hope it doesn't. But yeah, that's it. I wanted to make this long video. I know it's probably a really long video for you guys. I want to encourage you guys to do the same. I wanted to make it for a while, and I just didn't, because I was going to be vulnerable, share my how we messed up in the company building the wrong thing. And I knew I'd cry a little bit about seriously talking about how you guys have changed my life. But there it is. Really, really, guys, if you want to start a business, now is the best time. There will be people that will say negative things or not encourage you. I would say get around the people that will encourage you. There's plenty of folks out there that will encourage you. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys here on the channel today. Again, if you guys want, check out NuWay Ag, that YouTube channel. I'm really excited about that channel there. I am excited about the drone deer recovery season. Just the first 2 recoveries that I've already done. It's early season. The foliage is still really thick, so it is very difficult to find a deer down through this thick canopy. But I am excited. Ugh, I can't even tell you. Like, I get so pumped, I get so jacked when I get another call. Like last night, it was like 9 o'clock, and I get a call, and like, I told my wife I gotta go on a recovery call, and so it's just so fun. I'm excited to get into the drone deer recovery season 3. Hit that subscribe button, share it with your buddies, and we'll see where it goes from here. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming. I know there's going to be challenges down the road, but that's all right. I'll try to keep you guys updated on some of those challenges as I go. Yeah, and we'll just keep blazing this trail. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys on the next one.